Hello, good afternoon. Is it afternoon? No, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Now is the time 6 o'clock in the evening, Malaysia time. Okay, why I say Malaysia time? Because I'm not in Malaysia. I've been traveling to different countries. Um, I think within 3 days, I've been in 3 countries. So in 3 countries, of course, in Southeast Asia, but that is something that I want to point out, especially in Southeast Asia now. They are actually uh, the outbreak of this influenza, I think. So everyone is so panic about influenza. Almost everyone around me, they were actually having a flu, cough, fever, etc. and etc. So that is the reason why I want to start this live to actually share some tips of mine and give some knowledge, a little bit of medical knowledge that I have regarding our immune system. Okay, first, actually, when everybody start to get panic about influenza, you know, so don't panic because I also have read some news because there are some kids that actually passed away. They were actually suspecting that it's due to influenza. So actually influenza doesn't kill. Okay, influenza doesn't kill, just that on certain people, especially you said those immunosuppressed, meaning that immune system are critically low person, at the same time they were actually infected by influenza virus, because there are different variants of influenza nowadays, what H1N1, H5N1, different variants, and even influenza A, influenza B, all these viruses, actually they are really smart. They know how to manipulate with our immune system. So that is the reason why, especially when our immune system is low, that is the reason why when we get attacked. And of course, those who are actually pass away, I mean, I felt sad also. That's the reason why I feel like giving more knowledge about this. So talk about our immune system. Okay, before I go on with that, I actually wanted to say, in order for us to prevent this from spreading, of course, the very first thing is actually put on the mask, the facial mask, especially those that you can get from pharmacy. There are different grading of the mask, so that because basically this virus we can consider it as airborne. What does it mean by airborne? It means that if let's say I got the viruses when I sneeze, achoo, or I cough, those viruses was being shoot out from myself together with my saliva, the particles of my saliva or any mucus that goes into the air, and when it sticks on somebody, then whoever that the somebody, when the immune system is low, then it might pass on to any the second person. So that's very important. When we put on the mask, it reduces the chances. The second thing, it is always our hand. Actually, our hand is really dirty. So as far as I'm concerned, we got millions of viruses on our hand, bacterial viruses on our hand. So it's always good idea to keep our hand clean, to wash it properly, especially before and after meal, before going toilet, after going to toilet. Why? It's because when we wash hand, a lot of people they tend to ignore, just simply open the tap, rinse it, and that's it. They go on already. But that is actually a really wrong concept. If you want to wash hand, you need to get to get the detergent or what hand soap or whatever. You wash it. When you wash it, you really have to wash thoroughly. The bag, the palm. Okay, wash it, and the palm, and each of the finger gaps. Okay, and also our fingertips. Okay, rub it. Okay, the whole period it takes about 15 seconds. Then only you completely wash it off. Okay, so that's another idea. You see, so a lot of people they tend to ignore this step. So actually because some people when they cough, they don't use the mask to cover, they use their hand to cover. Then after that, they carry the food and they pass on to someone. That is really, 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 really scary. Okay, so this and another thing, because we just had our Christmas, then the New Year, and also now Chinese New Year is coming along already. So people tends to be getting really, really busy with their life, and they sleep really, really late. So this is very important that our immune system need to rest as well. So get yourself to rest. Try your best to rest before 12 a.m. I know everyone, it's really hard for you to sleep early, but somebody tend to sleep early like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning. So Chinin and I, we both also was sick for a few days because our immune system were very low as well. Yeah, here she is.
We are running here.
Yeah, we're running here and there, flying here and there. So our immune system also getting lower. So that is the reason why we got sick. And that's a tips. That's another tips. I will continue with that. Yeah, there's a Shiruto. Yay. Okay. Well, now she opened it up. Okay. So that is a part that I want to talk about the immune system. So when our immune system down, not only influenza virus, everything will attack us. That is a thing. Our immune system protect us 24/7. They will never take MC unless you compromise with them. Okay, how we compromise with them? I already told you. Don't get the virus spread, and we take more, drink more water. Then take healthier food, sleep early. That will actually not compromising the immune system. So the first line of our immune system is actually our macrophages. So macrophages, where does it exist? It exists everywhere in our body, including different tissue in our bloodstream. And funny thing is, and interesting thing is, when macrophages, it exists at doesn't matter in bloodstream, liver, or different tissue, wherever it is, they are being called by different names. So all these are actually under category of macrophage. So how does it help us? So in case the virus has been spread to us, my friend from Taiwan also came in. Hello, Colin. So when the virus has attacked us, so what does our body do? Our macrophage, which is the soldier, first line soldier of our immune system, will come and recognize whether it is harmful to our body or not. If the virus is harmful to our body, then it start to engulf it. Engulf means eat it up. So it would come out with two hands and cover the virus. So cover the virus and eat the whole virus or bacteria or whatsoever into our body. So then they will start doing some digestion in there. And once they digest it, they will actually send out the signal. When they digest the virus, they will digest the bacteria, it will send out the signal to the rest of the body, to their friend, to their colleague, to tell them there are some intruders came in already to attack our body. So alert all the immune system in our body. So then whatever natural killer cell, neutrophil, all the immune system in our body will start waking up already to get ready for the war. And with that, once, if when the body has won the war already, the immune system has won the war over the viruses already, then macrophage itself has to stop the war, to tell all the colleagues, tell them to, come, slow down, so that we don't over attack and accidentally attack our own self. Okay, so macrophages has many roles in our body. And on the other hand, besides starting the war with virus, stopping the war to avoid hurting our own self accidentally, macrophages also does two more things. One is actually to clear out all the rubbish is like cleaning all the rubbish in our body, especially those that unwanted or the old cell, okay, to clear out our body. And the lastly is they also send out signal, cytokine. We call it cytokine. There are many different type of cytokine to actually stick to where this cytokine will stick to those places that who have injury, internal injury. So it will send out the signal to the those parts that having injury. So when those parts having this cytokine, body will get the signal and send the salvage over there to repair places that having the injury. So it does many things in our body, macrophage. So it is very important to have a very strong of macrophages team. So in case anyone have doubts or question about what Shinin has taken just now, the Shiruto, I have another pack. Okay, so this is actually one of the product by BE International that this Shiruto actually help us, not help us, should say, it has the ingredient that can help us to supply the correct food, correct vitamin to the macrophage, so that macrophage has enough of vitamin or food supply to have ongoing functions and doing all the patrol within our body. Okay, so it is very important to keep macrophages 24/7 actively, to keep them 24/7 active. It is because nowadays different factors may affect the functions of, reduce the function or activity of macrophage, including living style. People tend to sleep very late these days. Environmental factor like pollution, no matter air pollution, water pollution, or even sound pollution. And stress. People nowadays tend to live in a very stressed environment, especially economy not getting very good. A lot of people getting retrenched. Okay, and what else? Food intake. You know, nowadays people tend to eat good food. Those good food are considered good to their mouth, for their tongue, taste bud, but it's actually not quite good for nutritional wise to the body. Okay, so all these factors are contributing factor to cause our macrophages become more and more inactive. All right, so Shiruto actually providing a correct vitamin to the macrophage, so that it can ongoing to have this at the peak state of their function, so that they can continue to have functions in our body. So there are many, of course there are many testimonial. You all can search on the Facebook or even YouTube with Shiruto, especially for the testimonial, those people who have experience on it. So what else? Let me think. I think that's all. Of course, again, today the live here, of course, I introduced about the Shiruto, but of course, to have a good immune system, to have ourselves protected away from these viruses, not only we have to take the correct, we call it supplement, but as well as we need to have our good living style, drink more water, regular exercises, as well as keep ourselves always get protected. Wash our hand with the mask, especially if you have to encounter someone that is having all this infection. Of course, like just now I saw someone say, if doctor asks you to be quarantined, please really quarantine yourself. Don't get out and spread the germs around. All right. Okay, I think that's all for my tips for today. Hope it does help to does give some help or tips to everyone who are watching here, and thanks for watching today. If let's say there are some more updates or whatsoever from my readings, I will do a live again. Thank you everyone for watching for my live today. Thank you very much.